Welcome to CyberCEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. CyberCEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. All right, another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. My name is 𝗙𝗯𝗶𝗶. We're back with another episode of CyberCEO. And of course, we have a very special guest returning to the podcast today. Danielle, how are you doing today?
I am wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much for asking. And of course, being here again, we're very, very excited to let you know, just like last time, we have a lot of listeners who are also business owners just like you. So I need your help. Can you introduce yourself to our audience, maybe starting off with, what is your role in the business, Danielle?
Again, my name is Danielle. I work in the Atlanta area, and I have a team that looks like myself in production. My husband does operations. And then, of course, I have two amazing cyberbackers, Aubrey and Jim, that help with everything else.
All right. So I'm not sure, but correct me if I'm wrong. The first time we had this interview, you only had one cyberbacker. That's right?
Yes, sir.
I think so. There we go. So you're now growing the team. How long have you been partnered with Cyberbacker?
I've been with Aubrey almost 2 years. And then Jim, we're coming up on a year anniversary with him in July.
Wow, that's very exciting. Again, growing the team with your cyberbackers. Now, I'm curious to know, how did you find out about Cyberbacker? Did someone refer you to us or you found us online?
Okay, so I have a MAPS coach. As I was meeting with my coach, kind of discussing what, I needed to put in place to scale my business, I noticed that on all of my MAPS coaching calls, there was, her name is 𝗙𝗃𝗃𝗃, and she was always on the call. I just had such confidence in my coach, of course. And when we started thinking around leverage, she let me know a little bit more about 𝗙𝗃𝗃𝗃 and Cyberbacker and everything she does for her. And it seemed like something that, I might be interested in.
Right, and now you have two cyberbackers supporting you in the business. Now, you've been with Cyberbacker for a while now. What comes into your mind when you hear the word cyberbacker?
Just it's a game changer. You know what I mean? It's been a game changer in my business and in my personal life. A blessing is another word that comes up. Leverage to the highest level. A lot of other words I could come up with, but truly life-changing for me, like I say, in my business and in my personal life as well.
Wow, there we go. So not just in the business side of things. Now, of course, before you got partnered with a cyberbacker, you need to create somewhat of a give-up list, right? The things that you needed help with. So what were these tasks that you needed help with before you got partnered with Cyberbacker?
It was a fun challenge. My coach asked me to basically list out all the activities that I do in the day and then go back at the end of the day, review those activities and determine which ones could have been done by someone other than me. And once I started thinking that way, I realized more and more tasks, right, that could be leveraged to a cyberbacker that I didn't physically have to be the one to do it. So that's how I got started, picking the task. And then, like I say, as we've grown, we think of more and more things that they can do every day. It's amazing.
Anything that you throw at them, they can obviously do, just as long as it's online or through the computer, of course. Was this your first time working with someone virtually when you got partnered with Cyberbacker, or did you have prior experience?
No, sir. This was my first experience with a virtual assistant.
Okay, first time. So how was the transition from running the business on your own to now being partnered with Cyberbacker?
Just an amazing transition. I really felt like I could breathe, honestly. As you grow in your real estate business, there's the tasks grow as well, right? So as I was taking on new clients and building my business, those tasks continued to grow, right? And I found myself kind of in a state of overwhelm a lot, trying to keep my word and get back to people right away. I was staying up, until 11 o'clock, midnight, trying to finish contracts during the day. And I really didn't feel like I was serving my clients at a very like high level at that point, because 8 or 9 o'clock at night, they really don't want to be reviewing the offer. Certainly in the market we've had recently, you really can't even wait that long, right? So being able to see their needs, right, to acknowledge them and take care of them almost in an immediate way, I was not able to do anymore. And as soon as Aubrey got started, that was the first thing that really, I felt like I could breathe again, because she was with me, right? It was like the responsibility was there, but I had a partner in it, right? And she was she still is so learning based and eager to learn. Her work ethic is off the chart. Mine is too. So we match each other that way. But no, she's so eager and she caught on so quickly. And before I knew it, she realized, systems, right? Things that we needed to put in place that would take, honestly, give me some of my brain space back, right? Instead of having to remember every task and did I call that person and did I do that thing? She helped create systems, and we got, in a nice rhythm right away. Jump on a morning Zoom call to this day at 8:15. And yeah, it was really like a breath of fresh air almost immediately.
Here, and as what you mentioned earlier, the client experience is very important, especially in real estate, right? You really need to build those relationships with your clients, and now it saved you a lot of, as what you mentioned, brain space, the thinking time that you have now that you have your cyberbackers, worrying about the other things, so you can focus on building on the relationship, right?
Absolutely.
Yes. Now, before you got partnered with your cyberbackers, of course, you went through our cyberbacker hiring process. So I'd like to know about your experience. How was the hiring process? Was it easy? Was it difficult?
I mean, I was a little nervous at first, but honestly, I knew right away that I wanted Aubrey, right? there was something that clicked. We have our intuition, right? And for some reason, I just really resonated with her. With her background. She has just the most beautiful personality, and I felt like I could feel that through the screen. And then, fast forward to Jim. I actually knew I wanted Jim before we did the interview process.
Oh, wow.
Review the information and stuff ahead of time. And I knew that, they're all wonderful. And yet sometimes you get your heart set on someone and they could go. And so I really wanted to be prepared for that interview process. I actually had my family review the information y'all sent as well. And during the interviews, they didn't know it, but they were sitting right there listening too. Everybody agreed as soon as we were done. They were like, Jim is the one. And he was. And well, he was. So for me, it was a little nervousness, but as soon as I got in there, like really looked at their backgrounds, the metrics to kind of see where they would fit with what, I needed task wise. And then once we got to the interview phase, it really was pretty obvious to me right away. And you just kind of have to trust your instincts. I did, and it served me well in both of these cases. So
it's just when you know, just the match is there, you feel it too. By the way, did you ever mention that story to Jim when you got partnered with him, that your family was there?
I did. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Of course, I'm sure he was nervous too, but he had no need to be. Honestly, all of the cyberbackers in my experience have far exceeded my expectations. I mean, I felt like even though I knew I wanted Aubrey and I knew I wanted Jim, all of the other candidates that I could have selected, they felt like just amazing options as well. It's just something about those two that I really gravitated to. But yeah, he was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they were there.
That's an amazing story, because of course, if you knew right then and there, probably he would have been nervous. But good thing that you had found the match with your cyberbackers in Aubrey and Jim. Now, talking about your cyberbackers, of course, they went through the training that we provide here in Cyberbackers. So did that training in any way help you save any time?
So much time, for both of them. I mean, Aubrey came trained on pretty much everything I needed. And even I added some stuff that I thought about after the fact. And then you guys, I guess, behind the scenes trained her on that as well. So no, that was part I really feared, right? In hiring somebody, is that I'm at this place in my business where I'm in a state of overwhelm and I'm growing. And I certainly cannot afford to spend hours a day or a week training someone. And that certainly was a gift with Cyberbacker, because they did. I let you guys know ahead of time what I needed them trained on. the MLS, writing the offers, how to make the postcards, RPR, all these different, tools that I use as a part of my business. And day one, they knew how to use them. It was amazing.
Yes, here in Cyberbacker, the training doesn't stop there. Every day, every week, we also have our own masterminds, of course, to improve on anything and anything that we can. Now, one more question. You've been with Cyberbacker for a while now, and we can safely say that this has been a successful partnership. So what I'd like to know is, how did it become a successful partnership?
Well, for me, I think I'm just so grateful for both of them. And I feel that they are too. You know what I mean? I really feel like even though like I say, we're in a virtual world, it doesn't feel that way at all. Like every day I get on calls with Jim and Aubrey and, we talk about our 5 years in business together. I'm going to surprise them and we're going to have a retreat. And I just feel like it's building that relationship like you would with somebody sitting right there beside you. Right. And the more time I've spent with them, the more we've grown in our relationship. I mean, they're like my best friends, honestly. And so I would encourage people to just kind of think of it that way. Right. And again, the more time you put into them, the more time they will put into you. And we share the same goals. Right. That's how it should be. I always tell them we're going to grow together, and they're just so grateful to be a part of it. And I could not be more grateful for them.
They're right there. Just a mutual appreciation from you and your cyberbackers and your cyberbacker towards you. I think that's very important to build the partnership and having the same goals too, right?
Absolutely.
Now, one last question for you, Danielle. I know that both Aubrey and Jim will be listening to us on this episode, of course, once we have it online. So I'd like to know, what is the best part about both of your cyberbackers?
Oh, the best part. There's so many wonderful, wonderful things. The best part is just the things that they do for me personally and in the business. I feel like I cannot imagine running the business that I have now without them. Right. I truly feel like we are a team. Like you say, we share the same goals. They encourage me. They keep me grounded. They keep me on task. Right. They help me do more things in my business that I could physically do by myself. Right. Smart plans, automation, following up with people, just being an extension of me, honestly, is truly a wonderful thing. And they both shine in their own light. You know what I mean? Jim, he's came on and all of a sudden I have this amazing social media presence, right? We're doing videos. He's helping me answer my calls. He's helping me follow up with people. If I can't take the lead, he answers the call. And at 6:30 at night, I press the call forwarding button and Jim takes my calls for the evening so that I can have some time back with my family. So the best thing, I don't know if I could pinpoint it down to one thing because they have really expanded my life in a lot of ways and given me back so much time and helped me grow my business all at the same time.
Gosh, we are very, very excited to see where this partnership's going to be in the next few years to come. Danielle, thank you very much for being on the show today.
Oh my gosh. Thank you guys for having me. And thank you as always for everything that Cyberbacker is doing for me and, for people everywhere. I love it. And I'm so grateful for you guys.
We appreciate you in your business, Danielle. You have a great day. I'll talk to you real soon, okay?
Absolutely. See you soon.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of CyberCEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.